What is going on YouTube? Kieran Scott here, welcome back to another video. And if you've just stumbled across my channel, I talk everything training, nutrition, exercise, and generally a decent lifestyle and how you can incorporate that into your lifestyle. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss how you're going to work out your maintenance calories and how you can work out your macros. But before I dive in and talk about that, I need to make breakfast because I like to train early in the morning. So priorities, first thing in the morning, get up, hydrate. Once I've done that, crack on with a little bit of client work, and then once I've finished that, then I have my breakfast. So guys, I'm going to show you what I'm going to have for breakfast, because you guys already know what I'm going to have for breakfast. It's bacon and eggs and sourdough toast. Breakfast, we've got eggs and bacon, got some sourdough toast there, and I'm just going to sit here on the iPad and watch the highlights of the Bath game whilst I have my breakfast. So breakfast now complete. It's just going to spend another hour just doing client check-ins, bit of programming for clients, finish my to-do list, and then we're going to head off to the gym. Team, in this part of the video, I'm just going to show you how to work out your maintenance calories. I do apologise if you can't see the whiteboard down to the visibility because I'm having to film in the kitchen. It's not ideal, but it's the only place I can film. Plus I've got a whiteboard so I can show you how I go along. So we're going to work out your maintenance calories, and then once we've worked that out, I'm going to show you how to work out your macros. Now in order to work out your calories, we need to do a bit of math. Don't worry, I'm going to keep it as simple as possible for you guys to follow on, and if you do get confused, you can always jump back because it's YouTube and video is just awesome, because if you don't understand it, you can jump back here and rewatch it. Now the beauty of maintenance calories is you can increase muscle mass and decrease body fat without putting on excessive amount of fat. So I've done previous off seasons where I've done dirty bulks, you put on too much fat and it makes your life so much difficult when it comes to cutting. That's why I'm a big fan of maintenance. That's why I'm going to show you how to work out your maintenance calories. So first of all, we need to find our maintenance calories before we find our macros, and this is the formula that I use. So what we need to do is establish what your body weight is, so make sure you weigh yourself first thing in the morning fasted. Once we've got that weight, then we can start doing the maths and the equations. For argument's sake today, we're going to say that we're 200 pounds because that's a nice round number. So all you need to do is get your body weight, okay, and we'll say we're 200 pounds for example. Now, this is where we need to use a calculator, or if you're good with math, you can do that. So there's three numbers that I like to use. We like to use either 14, 15, or 16. Excuse the dodgy handwriting, I'm left-handed and dyslexia. So the reasons why we've got 14, 15 and 16 is these are activity levels. So say you are a seated person that works a 9 to 5 office job, you would need 14. If you are a school teacher or a car salesman or someone who sat down for periods of time but up and moving, you would be the 15. And if you are a labourer or someone that works on site or someone that's very active, I don't know, like working in a supermarket, stacking shelves or anything like that, you would be this number here, 16. So what I'm going to do quickly is just use my phone and work out the calories for that for you. So all we've done is done our body weight times 200. Again, you don't use 200, you use your own specific body weight. So we've done 14 times 200, 2,800. We've done 15 times 200, which is 3,000. And we've done 16 times 200, which is 3,200. Now you can see here there's quite a big difference between someone that has a seated office job that doesn't move and someone that is on their feet all day. So there's quite a big difference of 400 calories. So you can see that you could be massively off. If you're someone that works on site and you're eating 2,800, no wonder why you're not seeing progress, because you're shooting yourself in the foot and not consuming the extra 400 calories. Guys, this is a quick diagram of what I want to show about like maintenance calories. So this is Bob, this is my failed attempt of a stick man. Bob needs 3,000 calories just to maintain the shape he is. Now obviously if you want to start a fat loss phase, I'd recommend start off at 3,000 and then decrease your calories over a period of time. So I've got 3,000 there. Obviously once we start seeing plateaus and things start stalling, then we can drop it down to 2,900, but you only make changes when weight doesn't drop, or obviously you don't see a return investment in terms of body composition. So if you see after a couple of weeks that your body shape isn't changing, then it's a case of dropping calories. Don't just drop them for the sake of it. And it's the same when we're trying to main gain. We're going to start off at 3,000 calories and then over a period of time increase that. And when I talk about increasing, only a slight amount by 100 calories. You don't want to go from 3,000 to 3,500, because that will be a weekly increase of 3,500 and you will put on excessive amounts of body fat. The idea is to try and keep your composition, to try and keep as lean, as tight as possible, and then as you get a little bit more active, increase your muscle mass, then we can start increasing calories, but don't just jump from 3,000 to 3,500. But again, take this with a bit of pinch and salt, because your maintenance may not be 3,000. That's just what Bob is. So this is briefly what I'm talking about. So again, obviously, if you do want to do a main gaining phase, you can do something. So January, we consume 3,000 calories. In February, the weight is still good. We're still seeing performances. We're still growing, so that's still 3,000. In March, we hit a bit of a plateau, so we increased it by 100. Performance still increased. Everything's working. We come to May, again, progress is a little bit stalled, so we added 100. And then for June, again, we stalled and we added. So that's just basically what you want to do in terms of increasing your calories. Don't just go from 3,000 to like 3,500, completely waste of time. You're missing out on the process, so take your time and build it up. So guys, we're now going to work out our macros now that we've got our calories. If you do get stuck at all, go back and watch the video where you get stuck, rewatch it a couple of times and hopefully it makes sense. Per 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, per 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, and per 1 gram of carbohydrates has 4 calories. So basically each macronutrient has a different amount of calories per gram. Fat is more associating, so it's going to keep you fuller for longer. Same with protein, it's more essentiating, but also it does require a lot of more energy for your body to break down. More thermogenic, so again your body's going to use more energy to break it down. And carbs is the simplest way of taking on calories. If we're going to now work out our macros, we always do protein first, then fats, then carbs. That's just how I like to work it out. The formula that I use to work out your protein is your body weight times 1. The reason why we do it times 1 is we want 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if Bob weighs 200 pounds, quick math, 1 times 200 is 200. So again, if you weighed 150 pounds, you would want 150 grams of protein. Now fat is a little bit different. You want to take your body weight and times it by 0.4. So Bob weighs 200 pounds. We're going to do 200 times 0.4, which equals 80 grams. So we can see here that Bob needs 200 grams of protein, 80 grams of fat, and I'm now going to show you how to work out your carbohydrates. This is where things get a little bit more complicated, but stick with me guys, and again, if you do get stuck, go back and rewatch it. So earlier I told you that protein has 4 calories per gram, and I told you that fat has 9 calories per gram. So we're going to do Bob's protein, so 200 times 4 equals 800 calories. So within that 200 grams of protein, that's going to equal 800 calories. Same with the fat. We're going to do 80, because that's how many grams Bob needs, times by 9, because that's how much the value of fats are, and that equals 720. Now if you add the 800 and the 720 together, that comes to 1,520 calories. In the 2 macronutrients, that's how many you're going to obviously consume. Now we need to work out the carbs. So Bob's total intake is 3,000, so I've read it here, 3,000. We're going to minus that 1,520 because we've already worked that out from the 3,000, which will equal 1,480. So that's how many calories worth of carbohydrates that Bob is allowed. So we then take, it's a bit long-winded, we then take the 1,480, we divide it by 4 because there's 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates, and that equals 370 grams. So Bob is allowed 370 grams of carbs. So I'm now breaking this down in an easy way for you to see it. So Bob needs 200 grams of protein every day, he needs 80 grams of fat every day, and he needs 370 grams of carbs every day. This is providing that his maintenance is obviously 3,000 calories. Now, this is going to be trial and error. Again, I would recommend that you guys kind of work out your maintenance, and if the weight dramatically increases, you know that obviously your maintenance is far too high. So what you have to do is recalculate that again. But what I would suggest is look at your scale weight, take a weekly average, so add up all your weights. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 200 to 1. What I would recommend is, you can see here that your weight will fluctuate quite a bit, but again, if you add all those together, you get an average, and then you compare week 1 with week 2 with week 3, 1, 2, 3, and as long as that's kind of staying around the 200 mark, you know you're sweet as a nut. If this starts going like 2.2, 2.4, you can see that obviously your maintenance is far too high. That's me being a little bit OTT with it. But again, just do a weekly average and trial and error. And if you feel like that's too much food, then you can pull back a little bit, but that's how you work out your macros. Guys, hopefully I've kept that as simple as possible, and hopefully that's helped you work out your own personal maintenance calories. If you have liked the way that I broke it down, please give the video a like, and also comment just to say that I've helped you basically. And if there's anything else that you're stuck with, or you want to know a little bit more, feel free to put in the comment section below any of your questions. I personally read them and get back to every single message. So again, if it's of some value and I think I can make a decent video on it, I will use your suggested video idea and create a video. So it could be like how to grow your arms, or how to avoid binge eating, or something like that. So if there is anything you're stuck with, guys, feel free to put it in the comment sections. Right, let's crack on with the rest of the video.
So guys, I'm just going to do a voiceover. I'm not going to talk about the session. I just want to talk just basically life with you guys, really. So hopefully you've got some value out of this YouTube video so far. If you do enjoy the content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. That will massively help. We are so close to hitting 100 subscribers. That's a goal I've set myself. Not that I'm overly bothered with kind of like metrics and stuff, but I've set myself a little goal, and I'm quite an ambitious person. So once I get my head set on something, that's something that I want to achieve. But most importantly, it's all about you guys, giving back, trying to teach you guys, educate you guys, because believe it or not, I've been there, I've done that, I've made all the mistakes that you guys are currently doing, and the whole point of this channel is to try and teach you guys not to make the mistakes that I did, and most importantly, just trying to get you fitter, faster and stronger than what I ever was, and just to show you kind of like my life experiences with training, what's worked for me, what hasn't, and so you can take away and incorporate certain things. But the most important thing is this needs to be a lifestyle. This needs to be something that you enjoy, something that you're quite passionate, whether that's fat loss, whether that's building muscle, or whether that's just trying to stay generally fit and healthy, because I believe that everyone should be confident in their body. And this is the problem I have kind of like with social media. Like when you scroll through Instagram, not so much Facebook, but there are so many like ripped, shredded guys and girls out there, and it's just creating a bad image, you know, saying that you have to look this certain way, and 9 times out of 10 people don't look like that. You got to remember, like, these people that look like amazing, they do this for a living, you know, that's how they make their money, and it's not how normal people should look. But that's just my little 50p on the fitness industry, and it pains me to say this, but I've got a real kind of hatred towards the fitness industry, just because there's a load of bullshit out there, guys. Like, if you follow my plan, you'll get shredded in 30 days, and it just simply isn't gonna happen. You know, the only way you get anywhere in life, whether that's like business, relationships, whether that's just improving your physique, is consistency and progression. Week on week, just trying to get better, just working on those 1 to 2%. And it just a lot of this is like marketing, people saying, oh yeah, you can achieve this in a certain time of frame, and you get disheartened. You know, you follow a program, you expect to see amazing results, and unfortunately you probably ain't gonna get it. I found to get the best results, especially with lifestyle clients, like people that want to drop body fat, is working on their day-to-day lifestyle. Don't worry about trying to do this or take this supplement, you know, get the basics right. If you get the basics right, you'll get the results that you want to. Don't overcomplicate it. It's just a case of eating a little bit less and moving, or vice versa. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this voiceover, and I'll catch you in the next.
Right team, finally home. Bambi made it home. My legs were absolutely dead after that little finisher. 6 rounds, 1 minute on the bike erg, 20 squats a second minute for 12 minutes. Honestly, that lactic acid that built up in my legs was horrible. So 40 minutes later, I've just allowed my CNS, my central nervous system, to calm down, and now is kind of like the most optimal time for me to eat. So I'm just going to show you guys what I'm having. It's quick and simple, high protein, high carb. So for a post-workout meal, I just wanted something quick and simple. I couldn't be bothered to cook, so we've got 2 Rice Krispie square bars, each one of these at 27 grams of carbs, so that's a pretty easy, like 60 grams of carbs. And then here we've got a protein cake, which is 21 grams of protein. It's like 120 calories. Obviously once you add the Nutella, obviously it puts the calories up, but that will be my post-workout meal. I'm super excited to eat this, so I'm going to put you guys down. I'm going to eat my food and then I'll catch up with you. And that's going to be a wrap, guys. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Hopefully that's given you a little bit of education, something that you can take away, because that's the most important thing. I want you guys to take away stuff from the videos, whether that's entertainment, whether that's laughter, or whether that's educational, because that's the most important thing. Is I like creating content that's going to help people. So again, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you do want to see more on this channel about fitness, training, nutrition, consider subscribing. That way I can check out more content and you guys can see it. But enough of that said, keep it real, and I'll catch you in the next one.